Welcome to Nick and Jeff. I'm Jeff, and today I just wanted to talk about all the crazy Pikmin merchandise I've collected over the past few years. A lot of you guys seem to have joined the channel because of a Pikmin Bloom video I made, so let's just show off more Pikmin stuff. So, first of all, easiest one is the Pikmin Amiibo. You've got Olimar with the blue, yellow, and red, and then you've got the Hey Pikmin Amiibo, which is actually just way better and way taller and in a lot more detail, and you get to see the rock and flying Pikmin too, which is a really neat little thing. They look really great, especially the Hey You Pikmin. No, Hey Pikmin one. When Pikmin 3 Deluxe came out, it came with all this crap bunch. I've got this pin set which I have not even opened yet, and yeah, they're just pins of Pikmin, little badges. One day I'll open it, I'll put them somewhere in my bag, but not just yet. One of the Pikmin 3 Deluxe pre-order bonuses was just a can, I guess, but it's actually a little clock. I don't think that's the right time, but I've never actually used it for anything, and it's just been sitting in a drawer because, yeah, it's not that great. EB Games must have got the license patent for Pikmin 3, and they made a bunch of hats, and for some reason I bought this absolutely gigantic tote bag, which is just huge, and it's too big and too heavy to actually use for groceries, so I've got to find other things to put in it. One of the My Nintendo rewards you could get is actually this other much smaller Pikmin tote bag. It's so small, it's just not very useful, but I have 3 of them for some reason, because, you know, those Nintendo points, they expire and you have to use them. So I don't know why I've got so many of these. They're not very big, they don't just hold much stuff, but yeah, gotta have it, right? And I don't know if this counts, but, you know, re-releases of the original games. We've got Pikmin New Play Control, Pikmin 2 New Play Control, and then the absolute trash Hey Pikmin, which everyone hates. It's not very good. But from Hey Pikmin, in Japan, they released this amazing puzzle piece, which is just, I think, really neat. And Japan has this magic glue with every puzzle. Like, you put the glue on top, and then it all stays together. It's all solid. And it's actually a really nice little Pikmin poster. I really appreciate this one. I like it quite a lot, even if the game is absolute trash. I was one of the 100 people that bought a Wii U, and somehow, I think at a PAX in Australia, I came away with these giant Pikmin 3 Deluxe posters on, just Pikmin 3, no Deluxe, on Wii U, where size doesn't matter. And I had the posters up for quite a while, and I feel like they're really good. They're really nice posters, and especially this landscape one. I think it's really good in the garden. Like, it's big, right? It's pretty big. And yeah, just another little merchandise thing to have around the house and stick up and ruin paint on walls. I did have a few Pikmin shirts, but fortunately I got too fat and they don't fit me anymore. And Nick stole one of them.
What's that, Jeffrey? Are you talking about me and my shirt that you gave me because it didn't fit you anymore and it looks better on me anyway? The fantastic, fabulous Pikmin shirt? Oh, I love it because it's mine and it's my shirt that you gave me, which means it's mine now, forever.
Now, on to the good stuff. I've actually got quite a few Pikmin Plushies. Here, these are the Sanai Pikmin Plushie set, and I've got Olimar and I've got Louie. And unfortunately, Louie fell to the wrath of one of my dogs one time. They're not interested in plushies anymore, but yeah, he's seen better days. He's a bit scratched up. Olimar, he's a bit better off, but yeah, they've got like nice little human head texture. I don't know, whatever plushie texture, and their suits are actually this sort of other special material that sort of is fading away as time sinks on. We've got the big old Bulborb. Man, he is great, and unfortunately, you can fit an entire fist in here. He's pretty cool. And then, of course, he goes along with the actual Pikmin Plushes, which I've got a lot of. Now, these plushies, they all come from the Pikmin 2 set. Now, each one was quite expensive by itself, and because I'm a sucker, there's 3 of every type. Every yellow has a flower, bud, and leaf, and same with the blue and red. And so I've got a whole lot more of those Pikmin plushies. They've been on many adventures. Me and Nick have taken lots of photos of like 10 plus years ago. I've taken them out, and they look really good, and they've still held up over the years. And of course they had the purple and whites, but Pikmin 3 came out quite a few years later, and the 2 new additional Pikmin, the flying pink and the rock, they didn't get like the leaf and bud versions as well, and that's okay because that means I don't have to spend extra money. But I've only got one of these each, and luckily I found one in the New York store, and then I paid way too much for the rock version. Now, the smallest part of my collection is the Agatsuma Pikmin 2 figurines. These were from Volume 3, and they are very tiny, and they're sort of... these guys, they're looking a little dirty. Poor Olimar and Louie, his little helmets, they're not quite as see-through as they once were. The president, he's held up, he's looking alright. But again, like each of these, they're very hard to get, they were very expensive, I imported them. And of course, everyone has their leaf, bud, and full flower versions. And they all look great from distance. Again, I've taken these out with Nick on many different adventures, and we've taken lots of different photos. And they still look really good. They're a little dusty, but they're very tiny. And each set would either come with a flower, a pellet posy, or it would come with a fiery or watery blowhog enemy. But the hardest and most expensive part were the Pikmin onions, and unfortunately the Pikmin onions, they had legs and stems they would sit on, but they have not stood the test of time, and they have all snapped one way or another. So unfortunately, I don't have any ways of propping these up anymore like I used to, but they all look great together, and they're very hard to get. Volume 1 and Volume 2, they looked a bit uglier, they're not as nice. The Volume 3 set was probably the best ones they made, and I don't want to look at the eBay prices now. Now, the very last thing on my list is the Pikmin 2 clay figurines, which you cannot buy because they don't exist. Nick somehow made these for me as a gift for Christmas, and I am blown away at the quality and how the hell he even achieved such a thing. Pikmin 2 had some of this great claymation key art, and somehow he recreated it. And they look absolutely amazing. They sit in my garden. Hopefully no one notices or pinches them one day, but yeah, they're really cool. Obviously 100% unique, and go ahead and try and make them for yourself. I'm a bit sad that there's no, rock and flying version, because there is no clay models of those because they weren't around for Pikmin 2, but yeah, they're really cool. Thanks so much, Nick. And that's it for all my Pikmin merchandise. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let me know which one you think is the favorite or the coolest Pikmin merchandise is out there. If you've got any Pikmin merchandise, send me some photos somehow. Like, I love seeing all this stuff. They're absolutely great. I want to see Pikmin Lego. That'd be really awesome. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up, and stick around and subscribe and see what Nick and Jeff make next. Bye.